across this swamp to the north of me, right at first light. I got some footage of him. It was kind of blurry. My camera was having trouble focusing on him out that far in the dark. I'm not sure who he was. I'll have to play it back later and look, but that was a good buck. Definitely a shooter. But today I'm excited. It's kind of bummed out a little bit just because I haven't had much luck the last day and a half, 2 days. And then last night when I got back to my truck, I checked my cameras on my phone, and the camera I got off to my left shoulder had a picture of a big shooter at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So this is my infamous killing tree. I've killed several big deer out of here. Big 12-pointer, killed a big 8-pointer here years back. I missed a giant, like 2016, I think, right here too. But I love this stand. I haven't gotten a lot of good photos this year. Usually this mock scrape, I got a mock scrape, is what that camera's sitting on. Starts lighting up, late October, but wasn't doing much, so I wasn't really chomping at the bit to get in here. But now that I got a photo of a big boy checking this scrape, I'm in here now. Should have been in here yesterday. The way this stand lays out, I'm sorry if you guys have heard this before. I've talked about it before, but there's a big swamp to the east of me that runs north and south. It's like a big linear swamp. There's little hardwood thickets and stuff on the other side between me and big crop fields. And then on this side, there's big hardwoods. And there's a big hardwoods ridge that runs parallel north and south with this swamp. And what these bucks tend to do this time of year is they'll run this transition line between the hardwoods and the swamp where it's real thick. They'll stay down in this bottom and run it. I've seen them do it in the mornings, seen them do it in the evenings. It's a pretty cool little spot. I'm hoping we can make something happen. It's gonna be 75 degrees today, so there's that. You gotta stick it out, because yesterday, that buck, it was 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It was easily 65. They're moving. We're gonna see something this morning. Buck just bedded down. So he bedded down in the cattails, but there's a small small like bush or tree right there that he's got his back against. And he's not quite, but he's kind of downwind of that scrape. Like he's watching that scrape. Alright guys, it's 10 o'clock right now. Snack time. That buck is still bedded right here, about 70 yards from me. We're gonna do a little experiment, see what this warm weather actually does to these deer. Obviously this is a single specific case, so it doesn't account for every deer. That would be anecdotal evidence, which can't really use in a scientific survey, but it'll be interesting nonetheless. It's gonna hit 70 degrees today. Let's see what he does all day. Is he gonna bed up in the swamp and stay there all day until the evening? Is he gonna get up and move? It's November 4th. You know, we'll see what happens. It's a high barometer day, a high pressure day right now. Mark Drury says good deer movement happens like over 30. It's the rut. I feel like he should be out walking around, but he's bedded down. We'll see. He's probably tired from running around all night. I bet you he gets up before noon. It is 4:15 right now, and I'm packing up. My girlfriend, her car broke down on the side of the freaking turnpike. I'm gonna go get her, and I'll be back in the morning. I told her if that deer walks past this camera tonight, we might be through. So I'll catch up with you guys in the morning. So Thanks for hanging in there. We're gonna get it done. Don't give up on me yet. It's gonna happen. Right there is an absolute perfect example of why scent control and the whole industry around it is absolute bull. It literally is a gimmick made to make money, to sell to hunters like me, like you. You know, I am just as guilty of it. I hunted with sprays and scent lock, carbon clothing, and all this stuff for years. Until I realized it's literally a waste of money. A huge waste of money. Because what you just saw, I had 2 deer straight downwind of me this morning, and neither one of them busted me. Sometimes the deer just don't care. They're preoccupied with other things. They don't care. Or, you know, maybe they didn't get a big enough whiff of me to realize I was right here. I'm pretty sure that Doe knew exactly what was going on. This is a heavily pressured farm. The farms around me are heavily pressured. I share this property with 2 other hunters. So it's not like these are like city deer or unpressured deer. Like, these are deer that get hunted. It's videos like that that the hunting industry will use to show, oh, look how good my product works. You know, Ozonics is one that comes to mind. You know, ScentLock, Hunt 360, all this stuff. And they'll use that video and say, oh, look what my product, you know, helped me get away with. That buck didn't smell me. Well, I'll tell you right now, I'm wearing Old Spice deodorant. He didn't bust me either. You know, I mean, sometimes they just don't care. They don't show you the videos where that 5 or 6-year-old buck busts you and takes off. They show you those videos. It's the rut. If you're spending any time washing your clothes more than, you know, once a week, showering in the mornings, you know, with scent-free soap that dries your skin out like crazy. Oh, there's a deer. anyways, before that half-rack so rudely interrupted us. Just proves my point even more. He came right back. So he wasn't that spooked. Sometimes, especially during the rut, if you're worrying about, taking scent-free showers twice a day, washing your clothes every time you get sweaty, and carrying everything around in totes and dressing outside your truck and all this different stuff. And I used to do all of it too. Don't get me wrong. You're wasting so much time, especially this time of year. You're going to get away with a lot more. Play the wind. Be smart. Play the wind. Watch, your entry and exit routes, where you're leaving ground scent, and get out there and spend time in the tree instead of time doing all this other stuff. I didn't start really killing bucks consistently, knock on wood, until I literally gave all that up, and a lot of these guys on YouTube, Dan Infalt, The Hunting Public, all these guys who don't practice any of that stuff, kind of opened my eyes to it, I was so stuck on the Outdoor Channel, and they're selling products, and that's all this stuff is. The Outdoor Channel, the Crush, and Primos, and all these big Outdoor Channel shows. That's all they are big infomercials, and that's why I started making videos myself, because I can't stand that kind of stuff. Every 5 minutes they're trying to shove something down your throat, and here's the new Ozonics, or the new, Buck Roar, or whatever the heck they're trying to sell. None of that stuff is going to help you kill deer. What kills deer is spending time in the woods. Period. That's it. That's the secret. I feel like everybody always wants that one thing, or looking for that next thing that's going to take them over the top and make them this great deer hunter. The only thing that will do that is time in the woods. You heard it here first. That's how you kill big deer. You gotta be in the woods. So, quit worrying about your scent regiment. Go hunt.